Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the Bitcoin market. So today we, as usual, prepared the video, but also we have made the new fundamental report. And there we cover some interesting things about the current situation with the progress in Bitcoin adoption inside of the United States financial system, where we make some conclusions about further direction and possible targets of the Bitcoin in the midterm perspective. Also, approximately the similar targets are shown by the big houses, so JP Morgan, Standard Chartered, some other big banks and companies. So this might be really, I think that it will be really interesting to read. So returning back to technical background, so we start from the weekly chart. And actually here we have two possible scenarios. First scenario is an immediate upward continuation here, while the second scenario, as we suggested, might be the hand shoulders, reverse hand shoulders on top. And actually retracement here seems very probable, at least in the recent week it was bearish candle, and now you can see markets trying to move even lower. Although, for truth's sake, those of you who are watching for our euro currency and gold market videos and analysis, you know that currently our plan suggests the upward action, so we will see. But on the Bitcoin, at least at this point, I can't say that it can't happen. I mean, this type of action. Dropping time frame more, we could identify better what particular pattern could trigger this action. So if we take a look at the daily chart, here's we do not see something really interesting. Trend stands bearish. Market is out of the channel. Market is not at the result and it's not at the support. So the first support will be 97.65 right here. And in fact, it seems that market currently stands in some kind of the free space, so it could keep going lower. On a 4-hour time frame chart, you could see what has happened with our recent analysis. We said the market keeps approximately equal chances for as upside performance as downside performance based on the current situation, because it was a triangle, some kind of the ABCD based on the engulfing pattern here, and you can see it works really nice. So this ABCD minor target OP has been completed, but also take a look, market right now is standing already below it, forming kind of a minor consolidation, which means that reaching of the XOP might be very probable. So we have to watch for an area around 101 here, and it seems that we will have XOP is 102, 101.98, almost 102 area. So 102 is the agreement target, but also don't forget in the daily chart we have this 97.65. So it seems that somewhere around 98, 100, it will be the support area, nice support where market could show the bounce. Correspondingly, you could see what a particular pattern you could get. So I do not need these lines of the broken triangle, I will remove it. And now you could see what's particular might be formed. Hand shoulders pattern. So if we will see the hand shoulders way of the performance, it means that we potentially might get greater scale of the ABCD based on the pattern that suggests the deeper drop on the Bitcoin market and appearing of the right arm of this big pattern. So this pattern suggests the drop somewhere to the 9s even. If you just calculate the potential target, at least the OP, for instance, and we suggest that the shoulders will be approximately equal. You can see that OP will be 95, so 1618 probably somewhere will be around 91, 90 even. So that pattern easily might lead market precisely to the point of the right arm on the weekly reverse hand shoulders pattern. But for now, it is a bit early to speak about it. This is just some perspective. That's something that I'm thinking about, and maybe we will use it later. But for now, I would say that in the current situation, I would watching for XOP chances to see it complete really high in the nearest 2 3 sessions maybe. On the hourly chart, you could see that market is forming kind of the gutters to sell. So it's probably might be just downside continuation to the XOP target. The area around 107 I would treat as a significant resistance area because it splits two parts of the chart. This is our triangle has been broken. Now market stands in another range that below this area. So market, to keep the bearish context, the movement to the XOP has to stay outside of this triangle consolidation. So it should not break the 107 area to keep the bearish short-term bearish context. That's the level to watch for. So in the current circumstances, I do not know whether it makes sense to take any positions because market stands close to the XOP. The one thing that theoretically you could try to do if you would like to, you could try to take the position with the stop somewhere above the 107 and hoping that market will complete the XOP. But by my opinion, the more interesting it will be to see what will happen around 98,100, just because here's will be rather strong support area and chance to get good trade here with the minimal risk. I mean, some pullback at least to the top of the right arm seems more interesting than the trying to catch this downside action. Or it would be better if you find some other places to hide your stop and not just dragging it right to the 107. So if you will be able to play it somewhere closer, in this case risk reward will be more or less attractive, and I mean theoretically it might make sense to trade the action to the XOP. So in two words speaking, first step that we are watching for is completion of the XOP region on the neckline here on the fall time frame chart. Second step is watching what will happen with this bigger hand and shoulders, whether it will be formed or not. Maybe it will fail, market will start upward action immediately, or it will start working. In this case, we could return back to the topic of the 92.90 even target and actually the pattern that we have on the weekly chart. So that's the two actually points in our plan. So let's see what we'll get. So for now, it's enough for me. I'll see you next time.